Hello, I'm just doing an update video for the end of the last semester. So that was my third semester in the PhD program that I just finished. And now I'm getting ready to start the fourth one. I'll have a separate video introducing this next semester, but first I wanted to do a recap of the last semester since I never got around to doing that. So the main things to mention are my article that I've been working on and talked a fair bit about on this YouTube channel about the city of Cordoba and the way in which identities helped form the community there as it maintained kind of an independence from the Visigothic kingdom for a fairly long time, and it was sustained through a few conflicts with them. So hopefully that project, I'll be sending it to a journal by the end of January. I got feedback on my current version of it from my advisor in around the beginning of November or something, so I didn't have time to work on it before the end of the semester because by the November-December time I was busy with some other things that I'll talk about in a minute. And so now I've been working on that a little bit over the Christmas break, hopefully getting some of it done, but it should be done by January, but just that was a quick update on that. All right, so then for the French 101 that I was taking, I did fine in that. Can have attempted to read a little bit of things in French. Yeah, so it's a good grounding in that. I'll probably have to expand that later, but it should be a good grounding there. Everything basically went smoothly with that as a class. In terms of my reading course, the independent reading, that was with more centered on medieval history, but early medieval, so still very similar or overlapping a lot with the time period that I study. So there was a few of us in that class, and so we kind of just picked different topics as the semester went on, and I ended up doing an annotated bibliography for that class as my final paper for that class, which is just like a bibliography, but you write up a few paragraphs about what the content of the book was as well, besides just listing it or the article. And I ended up doing that kind of as a preparation for my dissertation topic, which I think I've mentioned before in some of my other PhD update videos, but basically it's looking at piracy, trade, naval operations in the Mediterranean, especially looking at it through the lens of the conflict of the Vandals and the Byzantines, with an eye toward, again, including that idea of community formation. So how did the maritime communities see themselves in relation to these piratical or naval operations, or just these more regular trade operations? So so I was doing some reading to get background information on those things. And then, so that was a good class. I think I enjoyed it. We all learned some pretty interesting things. That's as far as classes go. That's what I was doing. So the main thing, though, that was taking up my time, especially toward the end of the semester, was working as a TA in the Western civilizations up to 1660. Kind of the first half of Western Civ, which, the first half is some 4,000 years of history, and the second half is about 500 years of history because, that's just how people work, I guess. But so that was a fun class. I feel like I made some good connections with some of the students, and almost all of them, I think, learned a lot, or at least learned some and had some grounding in the writing. So I was teaching an advanced writing section, or that was kind of the purpose, was to become better at writing, was part of the goal alongside learning the history material. So I think that goal was largely accomplished, or at least got people in the right direction. So that was the semester. I think it wrapped up fairly well. Again, the main things, which I'll get into talking about the start of this semester, all the things that were actually confined to that semester went well. There are a few things that are ongoing projects that I would have liked to have gotten more done during the previous semester, but so I think that's all for now. And I won't sign off by saying hopefully I'll do more videos soon, because I definitely have a few more planned. If nothing else, the beginning of the 4th semester video. So look forward to more videos in January or early February. And yeah, I had a good Christmas as well, so hopefully everyone out there also had a good holiday season. We're able to get a few things and see a few folks. Speaking of that, I also built my Lego Christmas present, Mandalorian Naboo Starfighter, refurbished. So it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually, which is good because that makes it more in line with the price, and it has this fun function where it can shoot a little missile. So yeah, all that to say, hope everyone's having a good time and is off to a good start for their year. And I will see you all soon. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or anything you want to know more about. All right, bye.